Have you ever noticed that the smartest people you know are also the quietest about their plans? They don't tell you what they're working on. They don't announce the big move. And then one day, it's just done. And everyone's asking how they pulled it off without a single person seeing it coming. That's not an accident. It's a pattern. And once you understand the psychology behind it, you'll never look at your own big mouth the same way again. Because here's what most people do. The second they get an exciting idea, they tell everyone. They share the goal, the plan, the whole vision. They want the encouragement, the wow, that's amazing, the little hit of validation that comes from people being impressed. And they have no idea they just sabotaged the entire thing before they even started. Intelligent people understand something the rest of the world doesn't. Your plans are most fragile at the exact moment you're most excited to share them. Talk too early, and you leak the energy, invite the resistance, and hand people the map to stop you. Stay quiet, and you keep all of it. The drive, the surprise, the advantage. There's a reason the quiet ones keep winning. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why intelligent people keep their plans secret, backed by real psychology and the same strategy the most powerful minds in history lived by. This isn't about hiding from the people who love you or becoming cold and closed off. It's about protecting what matters until it's strong enough to stand on its own. Before we start, drop this in the comments. I plan in private. Let's get into it. Number 1. Talking about a goal tricks your brain into thinking you already achieved it. This is the one almost nobody knows, and it's backed by real research. When you tell someone about a big goal and they react with excitement, your brain gets a hit of satisfaction. The problem is that it's the same kind of satisfaction you're supposed to get from actually doing the thing. Your mind can't fully tell the difference between talking about the accomplishment and having the accomplishment. So what happens? You announce the plan, everyone's impressed, you feel that rush of, I'm really doing this, and quietly, invisibly, your motivation starts to drain away. You already got the reward. The applause came before the work, and now the work itself feels heavier, because the emotional payoff you were chasing has already been spent. This is why so many people who loudly announce their new diet, their business, their big life change, never actually follow through. It's not that they're lazy. It's that they accidentally cashed in the reward at the very start, so there's nothing left pulling them forward. Intelligent people protect that fuel. They keep the goal locked inside, where the only way to get any satisfaction is to actually earn it. No premature applause, no early hit, just a quiet hunger that keeps building until the thing is finished. So the next time you feel that urge to announce what you're about to do, catch it. That urge is your motivation trying to leak out through your mouth. Keep it in. Let the pressure build. Hunger that has nowhere to go turns into action. Drop this in the comments. My goals stay silent. Number 2. Every word you give away is leverage you lose. Intelligent people treat information like currency, because that's exactly what it is. Everything you reveal about yourself, your plans, your timeline, your next move, becomes something other people can use to compete with you, to prepare against you, to position themselves before you even arrive. Think about any game with hidden cards. Poker only works because you can't see the other person's hand. The moment you show your cards, the game is over, and you lose. Real life is the same. Your plans are your hand, and most people are playing with their cards flipped face up, then wondering why they keep getting beaten to the finish line. Here's the mechanism. When people don't know your next move, they can't respond to it. You get to act while they're still guessing. That head start, that gap between what you know and what they know, is where almost all of your advantage lives. Talk too much, and you close that gap yourself. You hand your edge to people who did nothing to earn it. Smart people say less, not because they have less to say, but because they understand the value of what they're holding. They let others fill the silence, reveal their plans, show their hand, and they just quietly collect the information while giving almost nothing back. So before you share the details of what you're building, ask yourself one question. Does saying this actually help me, or does it only help the person hearing it? If the answer isn't clearly in your favor, keep it to yourself. Drop this in the comments. My information is mine. Number 3. Visible ambition attracts resistance you don't need. The moment you announce that you're going after something big, you paint a target on it, and you'll be surprised who picks up a weapon. Not just rivals, friends, family, people who smile and say they support you, while something in them quietly hopes you stay exactly where you are, because your rise makes them feel their own standing still. It's an ugly part of human nature, but pretending it doesn't exist is what gets people hurt. When you climb, some people feel it as them falling, and instead of climbing themselves, they'd rather reach up and pull you back down to where they are. Machiavelli understood how much danger surrounds anyone trying to build something new. He wrote, "There is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more dangerous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in introducing a new order of things. Anything new threatens whoever was comfortable with the old way, and they will resist you, quietly or openly, the second they see what you're doing. Intelligent people don't give them the chance. They keep the ambition hidden until it's already too far along to stop. No target to aim at, no plan to sabotage. By the time the world notices, the thing is already built, and all of that resistance shows up too late to matter. So stop broadcasting your ambition to people who were never going to root for it in the first place. Let them underestimate you. Let them relax. Their comfort is the cover you rise under. Drop this in the comments. I rise in silence. Number 4. Other people's doubt is contagious, especially early. When an idea is brand new, it's fragile. You don't fully believe in it yet. You're excited, but underneath the excitement, there's a quiet uncertainty. A part of you still asking, can I really do this? And that is the worst possible moment to expose it to other people's opinions. Because here's what happens. You share the young idea with someone, and they raise an eyebrow. They ask one skeptical question. They say, are you sure that's realistic? They didn't even mean any harm. But their doubt just found the exact crack in your confidence that was already there, and it poured right in. Now you're carrying their skepticism on top of your own, and the idea you were fired up about an hour ago suddenly feels stupid. Intelligent people know that conviction has to be protected while it's still forming. You don't hand a seed to people who'll step on it. You plant it. You grow it in private. And only when it's strong, when you fully believe in it yourself, do you let it face the world's opinions. By then, a little doubt can't uproot it, because the roots are already deep. Most great things die not because they were bad ideas, but because someone shared them too early with the wrong person, and that person's doubt killed them right in the cradle. So guard your new ideas like they're vulnerable, because they are. Believe in them fully yourself before you ever ask anyone else to. Your conviction is a fire. Don't let people breathe on it before it's truly burning. Drop this in the comments. I guard my belief. Number 5. Silence makes the eventual reveal hit 10 times harder. There's a strange power in showing up with something already finished. When you never talked about it, never hyped it, never gave anyone a heads up, and then you simply reveal the result, it lands like a shock. People are stunned. Where did this come from? How long were you working on this? The silence beforehand is exactly what makes the reveal so loud. Compare that to the person who talked about it for months. By the time they finally deliver, everyone is already bored of hearing about it. The announcement quietly stole all the impact from the result. They spent the surprise before they ever earned it. Machiavelli understood how much perception matters. Men are frequently influenced more by appearances than by reality, he wrote, and nothing shapes perception like a sudden, undeniable result that no one saw coming. It makes you look capable in a way that no amount of talking ever could. It makes people quietly wonder what else you're capable of. Intelligent people use this on purpose. They go quiet, they disappear into the work, and they let the finished product do all the talking at once. No slow leak of updates, no begging for attention along the way, just silence, and then impact. So build in the dark, and let the light come all at once. A result nobody saw coming carries a weight that 100 announcements never will. Let them meet the finished thing, and let it speak so loudly that you don't have to. Drop this in the comments. I reveal only results. Number 6. Secret plans can change. Announced plans trap you. Here's a cost of talking that almost nobody thinks about. The second you announce a plan out loud, your ego gets attached to it. Now, even if you realize halfway through that it's the wrong plan, part of you wants to keep going anyway, just so you don't look like you failed in front of everyone you told. You end up chained to a decision, not because it's right, but because you announced it. Intelligent people keep their plans quiet, precisely so they stay free to change them. If a better path appears, they take it. If new information shows the first idea was flawed, they adjust without a single ounce of embarrassment, because nobody was watching in the first place. They can pivot, evolve, and course correct in total privacy, while the loud ones are stuck, defending a plan they've already outgrown. Machiavelli believed we only control part of our fate. Fortune governs one half of our actions, he said, but she leaves the other half to us. The half you control depends on your ability to adapt when things shift, and you can't adapt freely if you've publicly locked yourself into one path in front of an audience waiting to see whether you fail. So keep your plans flexible by keeping them private. Give yourself permission to change your mind without an audience. The ability to quietly adjust, without ego and without explanation, is one of the biggest advantages intelligent people have, and it only exists in silence. Drop this in the comments. I keep my options open. Number 7. They tell a few. They never tell everyone. Now let's be clear about what secrecy actually means, because keeping your plans private doesn't mean living completely alone with them. Intelligent people aren't isolated. They have a small circle, a handful of trusted people who help them think, challenge their ideas, and sharpen the plan. The difference is who makes that list, and how short it is. There's a line between your inner circle and your audience, and most people never learn to draw it. They treat everyone the same. They tell the trusted friend and the casual acquaintance the exact same things. Smart people separate the two completely. A tiny group gets the real plan. Everyone else gets a calm, friendly, and completely uninformative version of you. Machiavelli's advice for anyone building something was simple. Before all else, be armed. And your first piece of armor is being careful about who you let inside your thinking. Not because people are all your enemies, but because not everyone has earned a seat at the table where your future gets decided. So build that inner circle slowly and guard it carefully. Choose the people who've proven they actually want you to win, who can handle your honesty and give it right back. Share the real plans only there. To the rest of the world, stay warm, stay pleasant, and stay a mystery. That's the balance intelligent people master. Open enough to get wise counsel, closed enough to stay protected. That is how you keep your plans secret, without ever keeping yourself alone. Drop this in the comments. My circle knows, the world guesses. So let's tie it all together. You came in wondering why the smartest people are always the quietest about their plans. Now you know. Talking about a goal drains the very motivation you need to reach it. Every word you reveal is leverage you give away. Visible ambition attracts resistance you don't need. Early doubt from others can kill an idea before it's strong. Silence makes your eventual results hit like a hammer. Private plans stay flexible, while public ones trap you. And the intelligent ones share the real thing with a trusted few, while giving the world nothing but a friendly mystery. But knowing all of this is useless if you keep announcing your life to everyone who'll listen. So here's your challenge. Pick the one goal that matters most to you right now, the big one. And for the next month, tell no one outside your real inner circle. No hints, no posts, no updates. Pour all that saved energy into the work instead of the talk. Then watch what happens when you finally let the results speak for the first time. And remember, this was never about becoming cold or shutting people out. The people who truly earned their place still get the real you. It's just that you finally understand your plans are valuable and you stop handing that value to people who never earned it. The loudest person in the room is almost never the one actually building something. The real work happens quietly, out of sight, and shows up finished. From today, let that be you. So drop this final line in the comments and mean it. Intelligent minds move in silence. If this made you rethink how much you share, hit that like button, subscribe, and send it to someone who talks about their plans a little too much. Ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Until then, stay quiet, stay focused, and let your results do the talking.